of motivated individuals to join our real estate investing team. You'll learn our simple 3-step system for flipping homes right here in the local area. This is Than Merrill, star of A&E's hit TV show Flip This House. My team and I are looking for a handful of people in the Baltimore area who want to learn how to make money flipping houses in your spare time using other people's money. Baltimore is a perfect market for my system, and next week I'm holding a free 2-hour educational workshop where you will learn how to make money flipping homes and how to build long-term wealth with income properties.
To get 2 free tickets to Than's workshop, call 1-800-303-5700. Seating is extremely limited. Call in the next 10 minutes and you'll also reserve a free copy of Than's Money for Deals guide. That's 1-800-303-5700. That's 1-800-303-5700.
This is Marette inviting you to join me at Rooted Bible Fellowship this Friday.
Hey everybody, this is Karan Jones. Join me next Friday at 8 p.m. at Rooted Bible Fellowship Church in Edgewood, Maryland for Fresh Faces of Gospel and my CD release. Joining me are Karan Fowler, Shannon Ramsey, Naja Scott and Divine Anointing.
Hey everybody, this is Naja Scott of Naja Scott and Divine Anointing, and we'll be performing our new debut single, Call on Jesus.
Joel Imani, Chester Burke and Company.
This is Chester Burke Jr. of Chester Burke Jr. and Company, and we will be performing our debut single, Jesus, I Bless Your Name.
And Rooted Bible Fellowship Choir. Don't miss it.
If you're an artist or church that wants to use the Fresh Face of Gospel platform, call 410-705-0123. That's 410-705-0123.
Hello, this is Pastor Kevin Webster of the Rooted Bible Fellowship Church located in Edgewood, Maryland. We will be hosting Fresh Faces of Gospel July the 14th at 8 o'clock. Go to rbfchurch.com for information and tickets. We're looking forward to seeing you at the concert.
The following is a paid program. The views and opinions expressed are those of the program sponsor and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Spirit 1400 and its management.
Hey, Wayne, what it do, Pat? Man, Frederick Douglass said that it's easier to mold children than it is to fix broken. That's right. So we still gotta get our family straight. You're right about that, man. Everybody deserves a second chance. So welcome. You're listening to Patrick Henderson, Meet the People, with my co-host, Wayne Lamitra Henderson Parker, Nancy Alexander. Whoa, put the seatbelts on. We ready to roll, baby.
You already know. Wayne ain't singing in tune today, but that's all right. How y'all doing today? Welcome to Patrick Henderson's Meet the People. What's going on, Baltimore? Hope y'all enjoying this hot day. We're going to bask in them because we know what's coming up around about December, January. So we're going to thankful for this hot day and the beautiful clear skies, and hope there's a smile on your face, and the heat is making you feel a little bit better and looking about not what you don't have, but looking at what you do have.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got your life, your health, and your strength. And Mom, you say once you got that, you got everything. And that is true. Welcome my co-host, Wayne Ormond Rob.
What it do, family?
And the Desi Lou Alexander.
Greetings, sir. How y'all doing?
And our producer and co-host, please, Jason. I almost call you Jason Alexander, God forbid. Jason Rodriguez.
Part of the family, so.
Good morning. Good morning. Well, actually, good afternoon, family.
Good afternoon. Praise God. Jason Alexander. He's the guy from
Jason Rodriguez.
What was the guy from Seinfeld? That was his name. But you ain't Jewish, as you. Well, so much going on in Baltimore, as you all know. We have been talking about for years the lead that lines the pipes of the public schools here in Baltimore. And especially since me and Wayne have been working in the systems. Wayne, do they have problems with the lead over at Roland Park? The kids drink out of the fountain?
They don't drink out the water fountain.
They don't drink out the water fountain. So we know that it was not just the inner city where it was happening. But there's good news, Baltimore. On the front page of the Baltimore Sun today, in an article written by Tom Prudente and Liz Bowie, Do Drink the Water. Baltimore school system aims to make fountains safe again. The Baltimore school system is taking steps to make drinking water from school water fountains safe again, a decade after lead contamination prompted officials to ban students from using it. A Minnesota company will install and test filters on fountains at school system headquarters and 2 elementary schools this summer. If the lead removal works as planned, the school system would seek bids to install filters across nearly 160 schools in Baltimore and end 10 years of reliance on bottled water. Now, I'm going to stop right there. You know why? Because that's some money getting ready to come into the city.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all need to find out what you got to know, what you need to do, and try to get some of these contracts. Okay, this is our money anyway. We need to find out what's going on in the construction companies. I suspect, Wayne, plumbing companies would probably benefit from this tremendously.
And it's looking like it's a system that they attach to our system to clear out the pipes.
Your filters, yes.
The filters. So, if anybody black owned that have any kind of business in this area, you should be trying to see how you can get involved, man.
Yeah, and so how you can make bids on it.
Yes,
it says, we feel this is the type of technology that will significantly reduce the problem that the school system has experienced for the past 2 decades, said J. Keith Scroggins, the system's chief operating officer. Supporters of the effort say it will be good for students and help as the city works to market its schools and increase enrollment. It's hard for a parent deciding whether they should bring their kid to a city school when you walk in and a big sign above the drinking water says don't drink, said Martha. It is. It's a major problem. It's a major problem for me because I see the kids coming out the playground thirsty and have to line up to go get water out of bottled water. And then I see some of the teachers use water as a penalty for when they don't act up and not give them the water. Of course, the kids use it sometimes as an excuse to keep going to the bathroom. So, so it's a catch-22 sometimes. But the school officials have a difficult task ahead of them. I'm not gonna keep on reading. That's prayer answered, y'all. That's what we've been working on with Patrick Henderson's Meet the People since we've been on the air. Even before Wayne and I were working diligently, and Desi in the school system, we couldn't understand why a kid couldn't go and get a drink of water.
I mean, and the water system has been screwed up since we graduated from high school. I graduated
it's longer than 20 years.
Yeah, I graduated in high school in '98. You know what I mean? So for us to not be able to drink out the water fountains then and it still be an issue now, it's just crazy.
I know.
You know what I mean? So
Wayne, it seemed like it took them a long time to figure out all they had to do was put filters on, because for years they talked about they were going to have to take all the pipes out.
Right. I mean, and really, I think that it was just an excuse not to do nothing, because we've seen it work in other cities and other states around the country, and it's taken them a long time to get it up and going, but at the same time they started the process. You know what I mean? It took I think it was Jersey almost 10 years to get the filtration system together, but at the same time, they got it together now. If they'd have started back in '98 when I graduated from school, when they knew the water systems were screwed up, we wouldn't be at the place that we are now.
Check this out. This guy said, if it doesn't work, who do the parents sue? Asked Larry Gaines, who was on the school system's parent advisory council when the lead issue was discovered years ago. You are talking about health and wellness. Gaines questions whether the district should be investing in the filters at a time when administrators have had to make tough budget cuts. We just laid off people because of money problems, he said. The dust hasn't settled yet, and now they are saying they want to try a $3 million experiment. Officials, you know what? Who is this guy? This is the reason right here that ain't nothing been done. This is the reason right here. If these are white kids, I bet he's a white man. If these were white kids, this would have been done years ago.
Of course. You brought up Roland Park. They would shut down all of these schools around the city because they said they were wasn't up to par. But Roland Park was in that list. And still, they never shut that school down. They left those kids in attendance, you know what I mean, and worked on one side of the school. And then when they finished that side, then they moved the kids to that side and work on the other side. The same thing that should have happened in our school system where they just failed us. You stuck all of these kids from rival neighborhoods, rival schools, into the same schools. And everybody know Forest Park, Northwestern was always a rival school. You know what I mean? Carver and Douglas, always rival schools, always been. You know what I mean? And then you stick them all in and expect it to make sense. You know what I mean? So,
and well, the thing that gets me is this guy said to me, who are they going to sue? Same people they sued for the paint that they still haven't gotten off these walls that these kids are living in. Man, these people, they just make me want to vomit. puke. What other nasty word can I use to describe these people when they come in and they say stupid stuff like this man is talking about?
Yeah.
Filtered water works. We all got filters in our home systems and stuff for filtering out the lead.
Yeah.
The best. That's what they're doing up in Flint now. It's putting those systems in people's homes and on the main system. If it wouldn't work, they wouldn't be doing it. Why is he being what is the word I want to use? Just flashing scary signs when anything to get the water filter. They're spending over $500,000 a year for bottled water.
Yeah.
And this is going to bring the cost down. These filters are going to be really cheaper. Then we got a caller. Hi, Janice. Welcome to Patrick Henderson's Meet the People.
Hey, hi, family.
Hey, how you doing, Sister Queen?
Patrick.
Yes.
I just wanted to let everybody know that Kim Trueheart, the Village process, and the PTO is holding a forum on Tuesday from 6 to 9 at Liberty Rec and Tech, so that we can address the issues of the gun violence near the school, Liberty Elementary School.
Okay.
We have asked for a representative for the mayor to be there, Brandon Scott, Councilwoman Middleton, and a few other people. I am really appalled at the non-action of our politicians, because they don't enforce, including the police commissioner, that our school is in a zone that is a drug-free, no loitering zone. That is the law. And I hope that we can get some resolution to these problems that we're having close to the school.
That's very good. Do you know anything about this water, the new for water filtering system? Or
yes, I do.
Is Liberty going to be one of the schools? Do you know if we're one of the schools?
Liberty is going to be selected to be one of the schools. Actually, the Family Dollar site that's going to be put up across from the school has a partnership with the school, as well as the Ashburton Filtration Center. So that's where a lot of the problems is coming in at. So they have to fix that first. And yes, we're one of the ones on the list.
Very good. Cool. That's good to hear. So there's another reason for all you parents out there that have elementary age kids. Another reason for you all to send them to Liberty. I'm telling you, it is the best school in this town. The best public school in the city is Liberty Elementary School. You need to send them there, because not only are they going to get a good education, but because the city is paying attention to what they're doing there, they're getting things that other schools are not getting, because they have such a dynamic principal and a dynamic teaching staff. You need to send your kids, start getting them registered now, because I think pre-K is already filled up, isn't it, Janice?
Yes, pre-K, kindergarten. I think we have 2 slots for first grade and a few slots for the other classes. So if you want to come, we will take you.
Okay.
All you have to do is come and register on Monday with the secretary.
All right, very good. Thank you, Janice, for calling in. And that meeting is Tuesday at what time?
It's Tuesday from 6 to 9 at the Liberty Rec and Tech Center.
Okay.
3901 Main Avenue.
And it's about de-escalating all that gruff and stuff that's going on up there on the corner of Garrison, Liberty, and Berwyn.
Yeah, Sister Queen, can I just say something too? I'm calling out to all our soldiers, all our gentlemen out there, and the gentlemen need to grab another young man and bring them to this meeting as well. We need to get the men involved in that area.
Yes.
We really need to get the mosque involved and get the Muslim community involved.
Yes.
I think we can get a control of that garrison. We're going to have to do it on our own.
Now, Carlos Mohammed, they don't call them pastors.
We have reached out to them, and I believe they will be there.
Okay.
A representative from the mosque will be there.
Okay, wonderful.
We're still waiting for feedback from people. So hopefully it'll turn out great, and we can come up with some resolutions.
Yeah.
One thing that I am going to propose and put on the table is that we have a substation in the area.
That's a good idea, Jay. That's a good idea.
Because we do have a police officer posted up on the parking lot of the BP station now.
Oh, really?
Yes. But he's only going to be there for 30 days. Kim and myself, we met with the new major, the temporary major over at Northwest Baltimore District. He came out to the school last week. We invited them to come as well. I was very, very upset behind it because it was a couple of days before our summer camp started.
Wow. That's the service station where Warren Brown's stepson was killed.
And a lot of people in the community feel as though if it wasn't a prominent attorney's family member, would they be posted on that corner?
Well, but not only that, because 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, 4 people were shot a block away from the service station. So you're absolutely right. And we've been calling Kevin Davis, everybody about it. Now Warren Brown's, whatever it takes, I'm not even going to get on that. Whatever it takes, that's what had to happen for us to get it. Thank you, Jesus. Sorry he had to lose his stepson, but thank you, Jesus. Maybe there was somebody else's life will be saved simply because of that tragedy there.
Yes, because you and I, Pat, we just missed the spray of bullets when we were on our way to a meeting at Liberty. It happened just before we came down the street.
Yes, we did. And I wanted to let y'all to know who you're talking to.
You was late putting your shoe on.
I ain't going to talk about all the chances out of that. We was coming over here the other day, and some told me to move over into the right lane, and this big old truck, pickup truck, had swayed over into the to the far right lane, and I was coming around, and normally I come down that zooming way, and someone just said move over into the right lane, and if I would have been in the left lane, the size of that truck probably would have crushed me. So God's mercy and His grace extends. But I want to tell everybody, Janice is the reason we've got a guard, what do you call it? A patrol guard for the kids now. Up there, we got lights up there now. Janice is crossing guard, but for the kids, and a light up there because of Janice is the president of the parents teacher organization there at Liberty. And as you can see, she is diligent. And I just want to shout your name out. Janice Hyman is her name. Janice, we appreciate you so much for all that you do for the children.
I appreciate you too.
Well, we love you.
I appreciate everything you guys do on the radio to get the information out there.
All right, no problem at all. All right, I'll see you in a minute, sweet baby.
Okay.
All right,
love you, Sister Queen.
Love y'all. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Plus, man, I got to do a quick shout out, man, because 64 had a phenomenal music program up there who was ran by this brother sitting right here, Mr. Patrick Henderson, man. They had a serious recital. Man, I wish that all y'all could have come to see this recital, man, because these are the same kids that they say that were the problem children, and they had their parents' mouths on the floor, like literally. These parents were just so amazed and proud to see that their kids have learned the music, obtained it, and was able to play it back alongside of learning Latin prefixes in the class. So this summer we doing the summer camp program over there, know what I mean, at Liberty, and then we following it again with the after school program. So y'all definitely want to see the change in your children, get them involved, man.
Yes, get them to Liberty, and I promise you. I wanted to get back to the water. Thank you, Wayne, for that shout out. It was a great time. And this summer we're doing a 4-week program, and it's going to be an exploration of it, so we can see so they can see what they like. Some of them will play piano, some will play violin, some will play cello, but they're going to get to learn all of them and to see which one that is their favorite. And then we find the ones. We had one little boy in there, William Crane III, who learned to play piano, cello, and violin.
Wow.
And not only that, but I wrote a little song, right? He came back a few days later, and I heard somebody up there playing the piano. And it was up there, William, didn't learn how to play. He said, Mr. Henderson, I'm just missing one note. Can you show me that note where you changed the chord? I showed him, he said, thank you. Played the left hand and the right hand. Sat down there and played like a little old man. So I'm just telling you, we just don't know. Our children are just filled with possibilities, potential. And if they never know, but I can tell you every one of them that came in there did not leave the way that they came. Not one of them. Because they could either sing, they learned they could sing, they could learn they could play the violin, or they learned that they could play the piano. And that's what it is. Once they know they got some value, because they don't get it at home. We don't validate our children enough. So if they can come somewhere and get it, I know their parents had a little problem with them, because a couple of them had that little attitude after they could play. You can't do this. That's what we want, is that confidence. I wanted to get back to this pipe, a the lead pipes. Now, Wayne, this has been in they've had these pipes for the past 10 years. And it says that they're tamper-proof. The filters are housed in a tamper-proof metal cabinets installed on the wall side of the drinking fountain. And when a certain number of gallons of water has gone through the filter, it automatically shuts off the fountain until the filter is changed. And this is I got this system in my house, the Echo system. I think we all Echo water system. Y'all probably got them in y'all. It's certified by the NSF International, a nonprofit formerly called the National Sanitation Foundation, that certifies devices to protect food and water. The Maryland Department of Environment believes the NSF certification provides a level of certainty, said Jay Apperson. Well, you know, I think this is a closed issue. I think this is something that we've been fighting for. They might not want to give us credit for, but we're not trying to get credit. We're just trying to get results. We're just trying to get changes made. We're just trying to get the way made for our children so that they can have liberty. Because without liberty, they will have no curiosity. And if they have no curiosity, there will be no invention. There will be no creativity in their lives. And God knows that black people are the most intelligent. It is in our DNA. It has been proved that 90% of our children are born geniuses because it is in their DNA. We invented civilization. Why is that so difficult for some of us to understand and to accept? No matter what anybody tells you, we invented civilization. We invented furniture. We invented refrigeration. We invented stop signs. We invented culture. We invented city councils. Come on, people. Wake up, know who we are, and walk in that. Now, I know it was a time that y'all had to wear do-rags on your head, women, because white women were so threatened by you because their husband was popping you off at night, raping you, and they didn't want you to be attractive, so they had made you wear them do-rags on your head so that you would look unattractive and didn't stop them from coming, did it? Cause they want that brown sugar. We know what it is, and you know what it is. Stop walking in and act like you're ashamed of our people. We are the most profound people that have ever walked this earth. We invented the knives and the forks and the spoon. We invented the 3-4 course meal. Before we came to Europe, them people were sleeping within barns with animals.
That's right. Sleeping with their livestock.
Sleeping with their livestock, drinking from water that had boo-boo, doo-doo in it. Dying of cholera and diseases. We're the one that taught them how to develop a water system. Y'all just don't know who we are. Animals. And you won't study to find out. Well, we're going to tell you here on Patrick Henderson's Meet the People. And we're going to tell your chillins, too. So that they'll know. Because so if you don't want to know, they're going to want to know. Because they're the ones that's going to have to live in this world. And stop beating it out of them. That's the problem. We beat it out of them. Stop beating the life out of them. Start asking them why. You're going to be surprised that their answers and stuff. Because they got a reason for everything they do. They're not absent-minded like you think they are. Because children don't know no better. Yes, they do. They do, but if you have to ask them about it, you just whack them because they do something. That teaches them that violence is the only way to solve a problem. And when do we see it every day? They always hitting each other. They always pulling on each other. They always pointing the finger at each other. Always trying to get the other one in trouble. That's what they get at home. They ask me, I say, I said, well, y'all love me? They say, we love you, Mr. I said, why y'all love me? They say, because you pay attention to us, and our parents don't pay no attention to us. I said, don't pay attention. They say, no, they don't pay no attention to us, Mr. Henderson. I say, well, what got me was, they say, you get angry at us, and sometimes you go off on us, but you don't stay mad at us. You come back and you hug us and you love us and you tell us don't do it again. You see what I'm saying? That's the little thing. It's all about love. Don't get it twisted, y'all. It's all about love. Them knowing that they're loved, that they're validated.
You see them so much. Like as parents, you try to balance your house, but at the same time you forget to love them because you see them all the time. They're in your face all the time, and it's hard to appreciate them because they're in the house all the time. And recently I had some kids run up on me in the dark in a random street, and I seen a car stop, and a bunch of kids jumped out the car and they chased me down, and it was just like a couple of my fourth graders who was just like, we miss you, and I'm like, why? I'm like, they was like, because the teachers don't tell stories like how you told stories to us. Like they just the new lady just said that she just give us a ditto sheet and sit down and be on her phone, like literally. I'm like, are you serious? Like, yeah, that's what she do every day. Like, give replacement. There can be no replacing you. Like the same thing you said. Like they don't. When you used to get mad at us, you would tell us what we did wrong, but you ain't, stay on it. Like you didn't hold it against us all the time, like some other teachers do, or look at us any kind of way the next day. You would just start all over again. And I didn't realize like how much I meant to a lot of them. Just involving my life stories with the lesson that I was teaching. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them appreciated that. Like they knew. So some of them would ask me just to tell the same stories again.
Yes.
In the middle of the in lesson.
It's fascinating.
I mean, and it made it more realistic. It makes life more realistic when you can, really bring them into your heart.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And let them know that I've made mistakes.
Yes.
That I've
Not
done
perfect.
things. Yeah, none of us are perfect.
No.
You know what I mean? And, but a lot of times when it's coming from your parents, they just want to instill what's right. And not all the times are we doing it right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Pat always asks folks, you know what I mean? Well, if your parents did this to you, then why would you do it to your kids?
Right.
And the answer that we hear the most,
like it, right?
Right. You didn't like. Why would you do it to your kids? And the thing that we hear the most is like, well, I turned out all right. And that's the biggest question that we have to pose to ourselves, our community, and each other. Did we turn out all right?
Okay.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Question.
That is the biggest question. I mean, and the young brother that, as a kid, wanted to be a doctor. The young sister that wanted to be a police officer. You know what I mean? As life went on, you know what I mean? We've lost insight on those dreams, those plans, those ideals that you had as a child. So, and if you weren't able to pursue them and accomplish them, did you turn out all right? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because of the fact that every day we get up and we constantly pointing a finger and judging everybody else in retrospect to our experiences. And I say that because I'm prime example. We looking at families, man, that mothers that have not been there for their children or fathers. And then you turn around and you complain about this situation of your parents not being there for you, and then you're not there for your own kid.
Yeah. Well,
you see what I'm saying?
So what did you learn?
So
Yes.
and that's the question that we have to ask. Did we turn out all right? Could you have been that doctor? Or was it best for you to just keep working at Kenny Shoes the next 20 years? You see what I'm saying? Could you have been that great lawyer? Or is it cool just with your job down at the state office building? You see what I'm saying? Not saying that any of those jobs are negative.
Right.
All money is good money as long as it's legal. You know what I'm saying? But could you have been greater? If you had had somebody to motivate you,
facilitate
it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the big question that we all have to ask every day.
Absolutely, Wayno. Absolutely. And I ask people, what we must remember is that the shortest time span of a child's life is being a child. After 13 years old, puberty strikes, they are no longer a child. But it's what you do while they are a child that's going to determine what they do at 13. Because if puberty strikes and they can't read, so sorry. You've lost them, because after the third grade, they no longer teach them to read. So we got to start looking at this a little more seriously. We got to start valuing that childhood, but not looking at them as children. What would happen if we looked at them as little adults in training? Right. And we treated. If I hit you right now, if I walked up and popped you, what would you? If you didn't hit me back, you could call the police and said I did what to you, Jason?
You assaulted me.
I assaulted you, and what would they do to me?
Arrest you.
Arrest me and put me in where?
In jail.
And then, if you wanted to sue me, could you sue me for assaulting you?
Of course.
Well, why do we feel that it's okay to hit children?
Or teach our kids to fight somebody.
Exactly. Why?
You know
why
what I mean?
do I know? I understand
protection,
but when we hit them and we beat them, the stew out of them because they do something and we don't ask them why first, we just start whacking them and beating them like they've stolen a mule. What happens? So that's something that we got to start thinking about. We got to change that curve. You got to talk to your family about it. Say, y'all know we're a little bit too hard on these kids. Yeah. We're teaching them violence because they're going to repeat what they seen. And trust me, they don't like it no more than you would like it as an adult. They don't like it as children. You might give them some time out and find other ways to discipline them, but don't let violence be the only way that you do it. My mama used to just pinch us. Boy, I tell you, that was the worst pinch. Ooh, Lordy. Okay, but my daddy, I only got 3 whippings in my life. And you know what those whippings were for? Lying. He did not play. No matter what you did, you told the truth. And to this day, it is hard for me to tell a lie. My belly won't let me do it. I just got to tell you the truth. I might try to quote it because I don't want to hurt your feelings. Right. But I might tell you the truth, okay? Because I cannot lie, because he beat it out of me, okay? And people say, well, he beat you, so. Yeah, but he didn't have to do that. He could have talked to me. I remember the last whooping I got from my mom. I said something to her, and she was making some spaghetti, and she had a can of tomato sauce, Wayne, and I ducked when she threw it, right? She got the broom. I was coming there at the room, and I caught the broom. I was 13. I will never forget it. I said, I'm too old for you to be beating on me like this, Mama. I'm not going to take it no more. What you mean? I said, no, I'm not letting the broom go. You're not going to hit me. Talk to me. She never hit me again. Okay, that was the time. But I got tired of getting them beatings. And I got tired of nobody asking why. You know, and for me, as though we're not intelligent enough to talk and discuss.
I became immune. The beatings didn't hurt no more. You become immune to fear and to pain. So everywhere that I went, I was prepared to be beaten or for your words, and I became immune to it, to the point of me and my father. And I thank God that we built a positive relationship before he left this earth. But me and my father used to fist fight. You see what I'm saying? And until we sat down as men and talk about all of our parts in it, you know what I'm saying? That's the only way that it's going to change. And we was able to heal our relationship and work together to work with other black men and black families
and
to
so
make
working
change.
out these
You know what I'm
things.
saying?
Yes,
because it's the way he was raised.
Yes,
You know?
yes, it was the way he was raised. Okay, we got to go. Y'all hear the song? That's an old one. We hadn't used that one in a while, but we got TK back in the room. Hey, TK. Welcome. And Lamitra is away at one of her dear friends' wedding. But tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. on WLB 1010 Baltimore, it's going to be a hot show. Who are our guests?
We have Senator Muse, Senator Anthony Muse from PG County is going to be a guest on our show.
Cool.
You definitely don't want to miss that.
No, you don't want to miss because he's going to be the only one. It's going to be a hot show like y'all missed last.
Oh, man.
Oh my God, y'all missed last Monday. Go to Facebook page, my Facebook page.
And we have it on YouTube now, so we have a YouTube channel, so you can see us, Patrick Henderson's Meet the People on YouTube.
Wonderful! I love you, Jason. Have a good one. We'll hear
Hey, man, shout out to the majority of these ladies coming in through with us.
Really.
Selah Munra and Sheeta Rye in the building with us.
Yes. God bless. Wayne, say goodbye.
Peace, family.
Bye, Desi.
See y'all next week.
Bye, Jason.
Love you, family.
Bye, Patrick. Bye, y'all. See y'all. So hear you tomorrow. God bless you. Been listening to Patrick Henderson's Meet the People on WWIN Spirit 1400. Bye-bye.
No way. There's only one like you.
WWIN Baltimore. WWIN HD Baltimore.
On the web at spirit1400.com.
Spirit 1400. The spirit of today's gospel.
The spirit of today's gospel.